are opportunities for engineers in energy conservation segment. Respected Chief Guest Engineer S. Ashok, BEE Accredited Energy Auditor, Coimbatore. Respected Secretary Dr. J. Krishnamurthy, immediate past Chairman Dr. P.R. Nadarajan, immediate past Secretary Dr. H. Ram Mohan, respected Principal, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, Dr. J. Jaya, respected Head of the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore, Dr. N.P. Anandamurthy, Dr. B. Komadi, Associate Professor, Department of Information Technology, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore, faculty members and students of Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore, faculty members and students of other colleges. Once again, good afternoon to all of you. It is my present duty to welcome the gathering for this August function. With pleasure, I welcome today's chief guest, respected Engineer S. Ashok, BEE Accredited Energy Auditor, Coimbatore, for having agreed with our invitation and accepted to deliver the special address today. I welcome our immediate past chairman, Dr. P.R. Nadarajan, and immediate past honorary secretary of Institution of Engineers India, Coimbatore, Dr. H. Ram Mohan, for this meeting. I welcome our secretary, Dr. J. Krishnamurthy, and all the executive committee members for this meeting. I welcome Dr. J. Jaya, the respected principal, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology. For this meeting. I welcome all the faculty members and the students of Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore, and also the faculty and the students of various colleges. I thank all of you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech. We now request our HOD, who is the guiding force in all our endeavors, to deliver the presidential address.
Good afternoon, sir. On behalf of management, Hindustan management, and on behalf of department, I welcome all. I really thank our IA chairman, sir, Dr. Sanuam, sir, and Dr. J. Krishnamurthy, sir, and also today's chief guest, Engineer S. Ashok, sir, Accredited Energy Auditor. So I thank all the participants and the team that coordinated for this wonderful event, the energy conservation segment, opportunities for engineers in energy conservation segment. Hope Sir Ashok sir may be well versed than me. So not only the energy conservation, but a lot of opportunities are available in the electrical field. Recently, even we gone through the recent counseling process in the engineering counseling admissions. The students are preferring only the computer science, IT, artificial, not like that. But there's a tremendous opportunities are available in the energy segment as well as energy conservation, energy auditor, even a lot of scope is available, but the students are not aware of all those things. Definitely, our chief guest, S. Ashok sir, definitely he is going to elaborate about. We know a little bit about this energy conservation and audit process. but Ashok sir know very well about these opportunities for engineers in energy conservation segment. I hope the students will utilize it, even though it is afternoon session. But you must utilize this opportunity. Whatever the field, you can select this field after your graduation. You can select this energy field as your core field. In such cases, if you do a higher studies, or if you become an energy manager, or you become an energy auditor, definitely you will become one of the best engineer in the world. So that is a scenario is going to become in the world. Energy plays a major. If you want to develop a country, if you want to grow a country, energy is a major role. Therefore, definitely this seminar definitely helpful for the all the students. So I thank the chairman IEI, Coimbatore region, and the secretary, and all the team members associated with these activities for giving me opportunity to give us webinar or seminar for our students for the betterment of their career. So thank you again. Thank you all.
Next, I call upon Dr. B. Gomadi to share some brief note about our chief guest, who is a well-eminent person in energy audit. I kindly request you, madam, to introduce our chief guest.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank our IEA Coimbatore Local Center Chairman, Dr. D.S. Shanmugam sir, for giving me an opportunity to introduce our chief guest. I am profoundly delighted to introduce the chief guest of the day, Engineer Ashok sir. Ashok sir completed BSc and BTech Instrument Technology in MIT. He is an external accredited energy auditor under the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, the Ministry of Power, Government of India. SAR conducted energy audits in around 400 industries in India and abroad, having 41 years of field experience in industry maintenance, projects and commissioning, etc. He had professional training in India and abroad and worked for few years in abroad. SAR visited abroad recently to assess cleaner production mechanism under World Bank project. He writes energy conservation articles in many national technical magazines. He delivered lectures in industrial seminars conducted by PCRA, Textile Committee, SISI, Textile, SEMA, and IAEMP. Recently, SAR published 4 books like Practical Guide to Energy Conservation and Management, Energy Conservation and Management in Textile Mills, Conserve Energy and Restore Productivity Through Health and Bullies, Energy Monitoring Practices in Residential and Commercial Buildings. It's a great privilege us to have a speaker, sir. I think your presence will enable our young minds to enhance their knowledge in the field of energy conservation segment. Thank you, sir. Muthuraman, sir, over to you.
We invite our chief guest to have the session. Sir, the session is yours, sir. Thank you.
Sir, is it visible, sir?
Sir, the presentation is visible, sir. Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon to one and all. உங்க எல்லாருக்கும் பணிவான வணக்கங்கள். The opportunities for engineers, especially on this energy conservation segment, it is blooming like anything now, thanks to the government of India having taken more than lot of on the energy efficiency and the conservation aspects. They have taken lot of inputs to improve upon this energy conservation, energy audits, and energy efficiency related activities throughout the state, throughout the central, and all the aspects in all the industries throughout India. One second, sir. One second, sir. So, to start with, I will always quote our Dr. beloved Abdul Kalam, our beloved past president, in fact, he is our college senior also from MIT. The energy conservation is the shortcut to generate the power. In fact, we are able to generate so many megawatts of power through solar, through thermal, through coal, and all the other aspects that may cost many crores. But whereas to conserve the electricity, it will cost less than a crore only. And definitely, this conservation, if it is taken instantly, the result is available, and the industry is going to reap the rewards of these conservation efforts. So, especially for the students, when they become the energy professionals, when the electricity demand is going to go up more than say 80% in the next 10 years from 2030 and onwards, the aggregated techno-commercial losses, technical and commercial losses, see, it was almost 27 to 30% by the year 2005. Our Dr. APJ was concentrating more on that only, and now at the year of 2020, it is below 20%. I should say the countries like Western countries, say like Germany or any other states or the United States or any other developed countries, they are maintaining a T&D loss of less than 10%. Somewhere they are operating around 4 to 6% only. India, it is still above 20% that we wanted to reduce, and we wanted to see this is the area, the T&D loss reduction, where the government is concentrating very much, and here the opportunity for the students is very much more. You can see the smart energy meters, smart electricity meters, it is booming up like anything in all the sectors now, right from the residential to the commercial to all the industry sectors. And the utility, it is definitely going to increase the revenue for the utility company by 1.4 lakh crores rupees as such. In that case, especially the students on the EEE side or ECE side, definitely we have a lot of scope on the energy monitoring side, especially on the electricity monitoring side. For your kind information, throughout the globe, including this is a Snyder's Outlook, they say it is a $40 billion. The potential is there on the energy monitoring side, not only on the electricity, all the types of energy monitoring throughout the world. And the big cake is going to come only in India, because here in India only, we are having the production cost is very much less compared to any of the developed countries. Here, we are also concentrating on reducing the energy consumption for the given state of production, for the given quantity of production as such. Here I should say, it is a typical country. In India, we find the energy needs are more for us now. And in the energy generation side, we have the thermal. The coal is the major base generation is only the coal, almost 60 to 70%. The coal is only giving our electricity throughout India now. Then comes the solar is now vying up now. Solar is coming up in a big way now. It is going to give a competition by 2030. It will be 50-50 generation from the renewables as well as from the coal side. Then comes the nuclear, then the wind, then the solar and the hydro and the biomass. See, when the energy needs are more, the generation, it is there, but we have to concentrate more on the energy efficient appliances. Wherever the efficient appliances are, inefficient appliances are there, that needs to be replaced. That is why Bureau of Energy Efficiency has taken this star rating of appliances, and they have started educating the masses, public masses, to go for all these energy efficient appliances and equipments. And then comes to the, as I said, the AT&C, aggregated technical and commercial losses. They are, by the smart metering, we are able to reduce the electricity thefts that has been happening many years before. And the free subsidy that is given to farmers throughout the India, that's, I'm not talking about Tamil Nadu, but throughout India. This also needs to be monitored first, and then only it can be taken for reduction. And it is, see, whichever is not monitored, that it automatically goes without care as such. We wanted to monitor the electricity throughout the agriculture sector also, so as to monitor and then reduce the consumption wherever it is possible. So the lavish use of energy, that is also consuming more now, thanks to the LED. LED, it has boomed in a very big way now. But the lavish use of LED, especially on the streets, especially on the advertisement screens and all, that is causing a lot of UV rays and a lot of effects on this one. So one is the lavish lighting that has to be reduced, and that's why the pricing of lavish lighting has been kept at almost 10 rupees per unit of electricity. So wherever the consumption is there, the reduction or the conservation is more important now for the government as well as for the public assets. I'm just going to share a case study from National Institution of NITI, National Institution for Transformation India. This is called NITI Aayog. This is the think tank for the government of India, providing both directional and policy inputs. Here if we find NITI in consultation, this project, this case study of this project is done 5 years back in 2015, but still it is applicable because many of the states, many of the institutions like your colleges, many of the colleges and other institutions, the public institutions, they are doing this energy conservation now. And we will see the in-depth of the case study, how this can be applied to the college, how it can be applied to the institution, how this can be taken up further as such. This is the way the energy conservation opportunities start for the students from the college to the industries and to any of the PSU, public sector organizations, or any of the government agencies also, you have the scope as such. To give you a macro view of this building, it's a range of buildings, more than 10 buildings are there in Delhi, New Delhi. This EESL, this NITI Aayog office, and EESL has taken this job of replacing all these 3,000 of LED lighting, almost 600 B star rated fans with these BLDC fans, almost 87 star rated ACs, and 328 energy saver ACs. I'll just come to this in later slides. Why and how these are going to impact the energy conservation, and what is the potential for us as a, when the student, the young budding engineer, when he goes to the industry, what he is going to see in the industry. If you see the impact of this, almost 2.7 crores has been invested for this energy efficient equipments, and for this 2.7 crores, the result, the return on investment is almost 38 to 40% now. Almost 1 crore was payable from the first year onwards. This is where I want the students to understand the financial implication in the energy conservation. This is going to be there not only in the colleges, not only in the institutions, not only in all the states and all the other public undertakings and public, residential and commercial buildings, and even in the industries also. When you can see almost 23.7 lakh of units was consumed before, this was brought down to 12.3, 50% the reduction was there after implementing all these energy efficient gadgets within the building. The annual savings was 1 crore and almost 1,000 tons of carbon dioxide reduction. See, for every unit of electricity that is being consumed by us in the college or in the industry, almost 0.82 amount of kg of carbon dioxide is being liberated. It is getting out, it is emitted out. So wherever we are able to conserve, it is going to be a win-win situation for the user, for the nation. This is where energy conservation, though it is in the nascent stage for the past few years, it is taking up in a very big way, and the government is concentrating much on this. So as a student, we can see lot of openings are there, will be there, especially on the energy conservation area. We can become instead of an electrical engineer or an electronic engineer or a mechanical engineer, we can become an energy manager. That is what the industry wants from you. To start with, I'll just say some of the case studies, especially on the buildings, especially on the industries, what all has been lost over the years, for the past so many years, how much of the energy loss was there in each and every buildings, in each and every utility or industry, and how this can be retrieved or how this can be taken out as it. So it is high time we have to recover the energy losses. That is why everyone says, right from the Electricity Act 2001 and up to 2021, it is taking in a big stage. All the big sectors, large sector units, industries, they have started implementing all the energy conservation measures. And wherever you see the annual report of any industry, of any college as well, any public, this one, or any of the PSUs, everywhere the energy conservation, the details of energy conservation, especially the in-depth analysis of energy conservation is available in each and every annual report. So you can see for a new commercial building, almost 35% energy savings potential is there, thanks to the Energy Conservation Building Code, ECBC, that has been deployed by the government in the year 2017. See, what all has been talked by the government, it has started being taking action, and implementation is started in a very big way, and it is going to take up in the another 5 to 10 years. You can see the effects of what all the seed work has been done by the government, done by the industry, and done by the institutions to groom the students, and they can definitely come up in this energy conservation field in a very big way. On the existing buildings, as I was telling you before in the case study, almost 15 to 20% of savings is possible by the energy efficiency upgrades through retrofits and through star labeling appliances. This is on the building side, but for a student, you are not going to limit yourself to triple E or ECE or any of the branches. The scope for industries that is there, the government has gone through the gazette. They have mentioned perform, achieve, and trade. This is the industry target or the Taraga Mantram for the industry, where the industry can concentrate. Wherever they are losing in their energy efficiency, they have to do better, and they have to achieve a better operating profit margin for the industry. This is what, so the openings are there for you in the thermal power stations, aluminum, cement, fertilizer, and all the other sectors. This is called the designated consumer sectors. Why I am telling you this is, you take the case of a thermal station. To produce 1 unit in a thermal station through coal generation, these super thermal stations, they are operated at an efficiency of 35 to 40% only, and previously they were spending almost 10 liters of water, 6 to 10 liters of water to produce 1 unit of electricity. Now the norms has been issued by the energy generation, especially like that. Many of the industries where the core engineers, along with a certification from the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, the certified energy manager, after a couple of years in the industry, they want the industry feeling of the industry to be taken by the student. After that, the business of certified energy auditor, they give the accredited energy auditor. That is after having done energy audits in many of the big sector industries. So, why the energy conservation potential is very big now? The reason being, you see the national or the international scenario, almost compared to US or compared to China, they are big consumers. The energy demand from them is very much more. But third comes India. But the energy demand is going more and more now. So when the energy demand is going more and more, we cannot always be resilient, or we cannot be satisfying ourselves with the base load of coal. The quality of coal is already going down. The condition of the energy security in the country is so, I don't say bad, but it is so turbulent now. If it is turbulent, it has to come to a streamlined motion for which the conservation, that is both types of balance. One is conservation to be done, and the generations also to be more, and the conservation to be also affected very much more in the industries now. So the energy demand is rising now, for which the necessity for the energy management, especially in all the industries, it has started now. This energy management is necessarily required because it influences many aspects of company operation. The company operation is going through a lot of changes in the generation, in the operation of the company, especially in the production and the maintenance. But these are all the areas where the energy management is very much necessary for any type of company throughout India. So instead of relying on the core engineering plus the addition of energy qualification or the energy experience. See, what's the qualification? The next is the training, and the next comes the awareness. The energy awareness should be there for the students. The energy conservation awareness should be there for the students. Then only you can have the training on the respective energy conservation on the different utilities. Say in the case of motors, or say in the case of compressors, say in the case of pumps, say in the case. See, each and every aspect can be given a training after having the awareness in the college itself. Then comes automatically you become an energy manager. Instead of calling you as an electrical engineer or an electronic engineer, the company calls you as the energy manager. This itself is the first upgrade lift or the updated lift you get in the company. the government is giving all the efforts, or putting a lot of efforts to become more of energy resource here. The reason for this energy, it is the energy management is necessity. What is necessity for energy management of the company means the energy cost is affecting the company. You can see a city like Coimbatore or in Tamil Nadu, you can say textile is a major energy segment that is consuming so much of electricity. So when the electricity consumption is very much more, it automatically affects the profitability of the textile mills. So the market competitiveness also is getting affected. India can compete with either. Now Bangladesh is competing more with India because their production, their electricity cost is less, because they were based on gas-based fuel, and water is plenty there. So lot of competition is also coming from the international market. So the occupational safety and health, this is also important, especially when you are to run the organization, and smoothly and steadily and safely also. So all the aspects, it again comes to the base fulcrum, base point as energy conservation or the energy management. This is allowing all the other aspects like productivity, quality, then all this waste disposal, then this OHS, we say occupational health and safety. Everything is taken care, provided the company is managed, the energy management is done perfectly in the company. This is where we are going to enter the company. You will be surprised, we call it as an energy pyramid. The bottom of the pyramid is always the energy conservation, the middle of the pyramid is energy efficiency, and the top of the pyramid is energy renewables. You can say solar or wind. But you will be surprised, this year's statistics, throughout the world, they find the energy efficiency or the energy conservation and efficiency, the scope or the potential for this has become fourfold now. You can say it is almost 2 lakhs, whereas renewable energy is only 50,000 and clean vehicles again 27,000. And these are the areas, the energy we have having an almost some 400 to 500 energy audits in the industry. We always suggest to the upcoming students or the upcoming engineers or the young budding engineers, always concentrate on this energy conservation awareness. Even wherever you go to a MNC company, it's a IT company or a MNC company or a brick and mortar company, everyone wants to know whether you are knowing awareness towards energy conservation is there or not. Every company is interested, deeply interested to know from you. So as a student, try to concentrate on energy conservation, what you do in the family, what you do in your house, what you do in the college. The college is a place where the energy conservation is showcased to the students there, so that the same thing can be deployed in the industry. This is the area where you can see what all the energy conservation is done in the college, especially on all the aspects, in all the buildings, in all the, not only on the core buildings, but all the, from the office areas to all the each and every department, energy conservation is done. Try to familiarize yourself here in the college, here, because college is the place where you can ask many questions and everybody will be there to answer. But once you enter the industry, everybody will be there to ask you only a question, because they think you, the student, they don't think you as a student, they think you are a typical energy expert or a engineering expert. All the people will be questioning you. So you get ready for the industry by having an awareness towards energy conservation. If you see the India's, this is the, as of 2021, the India's energy outlook, the oil demand, it is expected to rise by 74% by 2040. So the crude oil demand is also expected to be more. The demand is also expected to be more. The coal demand from 590, almost from 600 to 770, almost it is going to jump by another 25%. Why this demand is getting more? Because the production is getting more. So in that case, the government is taking steps to increase the non-fossil fuel or the renewable energy by 500 gigawatts. See, the government is taking all the steps to improve upon their energy balance for the nation. But you as the engineer, when you go to the industry, we have to concentrate on the conservation part in the industry. So this will definitely bring down the India's carbon intensity by 45% in another 10 years. What we talk in 10 years, the fossil fuel and the carbon-based carbon-based electricity, or the nuclear, or not the nuclear, solar or wind-based electricity, it is 50% energy requirement. This is what the government's ambition. So we will be all part of the government ambition to achieve the energy independence. And India will be able to reduce 1 billion tons of carbon dioxide, carbon emission on the projected emission by 2030. This is our aim, ambition, and this is our target. That is what it has been discussed in COP26 throughout the world now in Glasgow. So when you go to the industry as a role of energy manager, what is expected from you? If you are an engineer, you are expected to do the base level jobs, base level, see, skilled labor, non-skilled labor, semi-skilled labor, you can say, and you will be doing a baseline engineering. But when you become an energy manager after a couple of years, automatically effective energy consumption. See, this effective is a term where the industry uses more now. It is called OEE, overall equipment effectiveness. Whether the equipment is effective to the industry, whether the engineer is effective to the industry, this effectiveness is going to play a major role in the industry in the coming years. So the industry wants, they don't want more of electrical engineers, but they want the energy manager, the electrical engineer with a additional qualification of energy awareness or energy trained engineer, so that they can work with the environment to improve upon the environment, as well as they can go in as a team with the production managers. The global energy crisis also, the global warming potential also has augmented as warranted as the demand has increased for the skilled manpower. Furthermore, the government policy also, it is aiming to expand the energy sector, not only on the electricity generation area or energy generation area, it is on the distribution side, on all the T&D and all on the usage side also. So having a certification of energy manager now is not only enough. You have the curiosity should be there, why the energy consumption is more, how this can be reduced on each and every industry where you are going to enter the industry. This is the area, it will be a ever rising energy sector. That is the idea the government is promoting now. When you enter the industry, when you enter a company, the deliverables, what is demanded by the company from you is not only the cost competitiveness for the company, a cleaner environment, and the protection of natural resources and service to humanity. These are all what is told in the annual report for the given company. But what is expected of you as an engineer from the company is process optimization, energy audit, technology improvements. Then company's annual targets can be improved upon by this energy conservation. Then market competitiveness. These are all the areas it is going to concentrate now. So the skills meant for the energy management, the skills can be developed. See, நீங்க எல்லாரும் இப்ப பசுமரத்தாணி மாதிரி உங்களுக்குள்ள வந்து இந்த ஸ்கில்ஸ் வந்து ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா வந்து கம்பெனி கேன் இன்கல்கேட், கம்பெனி வந்து உங்களை மோல்டு பண்ண முடியும், ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா நீங்க எடுத்துக்கலாம். ரொம்ப அருமையா நீங்க வந்து எனர்ஜி மேனேஜருக்கு வேண்டிய skills எல்லாமே acquire பண்ணிக்கலாம். You can become an excellent. See, everything is available on net. Thanks to Google, everything is available on net, and I can also give the details of all the question and answers that is meant for the energy conservation and awareness and all types of energy on the electrical and thermal. You can go through it. You can keep yourself abreast of all the updates in the energy conservation and management for the company, for the college, for the government, for the state government, for the central government, for the international level. So awareness and motivating the employees towards energy conservation is more important. Then changing the structures, the infrastructures and the procedures are getting changed to optimization. Then monitoring, see, as I said, $40 billion is the world trade towards energy monitoring. This is the area where you are going to plunge into that as a target setting is possible for a given company. Technical skills, well versed in the process as well as in the energy utilization technologies. I'll just come to that next passage. See, these are, நான் பேசுறது எல்லாமே ஒரு காமன் மேனுக்கு போய் சேர வேண்டிய முக்கியமான பாயிண்ட்ஸ் தான். அதாவது ஒரு விறகு கட்டையை எரிக்கும் போது my efficiency in a boiler, திருப்பூர்ல ஒரு 10,000 boilers are working, functioning, and only 20% efficiency because of firewood. Coal போகும்போது efficiency is less. Whereas, see, not only for the boiler, but for the any appliances, for any equipments, for any machines, electricity and LPG, the usage efficiency is more. Electricity வந்து 860 kilocalories அப்படின்னாக்கா உங்களுக்கு வந்து almost you can get almost 65% the usage efficiency is more. This is where we are concentrating. The energy usage efficiency is very critical now, and the calorific value MCP delta T நாம வந்து மெக்கானிக்கல் சைடுல thermal சைடுல படிப்போம். அந்த இது எல்லாமே வந்து it is to be engaged to see how much of electricity or LPG is very much user friendly. It is the cleanest fuel compared to any other fuels, and once the efficiency is more, every segment, domestic segment, residential, commercial, everyone wants to use this one only, electricity and LPG. How much we can do the electricity conservation, it is better for the humans around us. நம்ம சுத்தி எல்லாருக்கும் நல்லா இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னாக்க நாம வந்து எல்லாருக்கும் பொதுவான ஒரு மின்சார சக்தியோ இல்ல எரிசக்தியோ நாம குறைச்சா மத்த எல்லாரும் நம்ம சுத்தி இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாரும் நல்லா இருக்க முடியும். அந்த ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ல தான் வந்து கவர்மெண்ட் அண்ட் தி இண்டஸ்ட்ரி எவரிவன் இஸ் ஒர்க்கிங். ஃபார் யுவர் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஐ ஷுட் சே, இந்தியால வந்து we are saying the electricity price, ஒரு யூனிட்டோட காஸ்ட் வந்து around 6 rupees 7 rupees for the industry, even for the colleges also. As in the case of Japan, it is 20 rupees per unit. Once the cost of generation is going more now, so likely the unit price also can go up. The kWh price or the electricity price also may go up very shortly, because already the coal stocks are very bad. If Indonesia, you can see yesterday or day yesterday tsunami and this one, and the coal quality in India is very bad now. We are getting almost 5,000 kilocalories per ton of coal. Now it has come down as such. The quality of this one has come down, and 40% it is only ash. எல்லாமே சாம்பல் தான், 40% தான் சாம்பல் அந்த கோலோட கண்டென்ட்ல. Whereas the quality of coal from Indonesia, it's excellent. It is more than 5,000. And quality of coal from South Africa, it is that is also excellent, more than 5,000 or 5,500. But the rate was $40 per ton. It has gone to $120 per ton. The tonnage of coal is increasing now. When you are running a generator, DG set for your college or even in your domestic side, especially when you are in a flat or something, 1 liter of diesel can give only 2 units of electricity or 3 units of electricity. It is costing 30 rupees. So, you know, the government is giving a subsidized kilowatt kWh only. So, it is mandatory. Let us concentrate on the improvement of energy conservation, or the conservation of the subsidized quantities, electricity, LPG and diesel. How this can be subsidized? Only by conservation at the user end. This is what we wanted to see in the industry. Sector-wise, if you see in the India, industry-wise 44%, domestic-wise 23%, agriculture-wise 18%. See, this is a 2-year-old statistics, but still it holds good because industry has the major consumption, electricity or the energy consumption. Electricity and energy, na mati pesradhu edukuna, electricity is part of energy. 1 unit of electricity it gives only 860 kilocalories. The global integrated energy values is maintained through the energy platforms throughout the world. They talk in terms of kilocalories only. They don't talk in terms of units or LPG or petrol or diesel. When it comes to the technical side, they talk in terms of kilocalories. 1 unit of electricity 860 kilocalories, whereas 1 kg of LPG what you use in your house is 12,500 kilocalories per kg. So everything, so if it is a diesel, 1 liter of diesel or 1 kg of diesel is almost 10,000 kilocalories per kg of diesel. So everything is related to kilocalories. MCP delta T is what we study in the college, that is applied throughout the industry, that is applied throughout the industry. Energy calculations எல்லாத்துலயுமே நாம யூஸ் பண்றது kilocalories calculations தான். So the energy saving potential is there almost as a whole 23% for the country, agriculture 30%, industry 25%, transport domestic. So when the potential is there, there is definitely the scope for the job openings is there for the students, and definitely the students can make use of this. This is what the point which I want to thrust upon. The highlighting point is the achieve the energy savings. For a given industry, what is given as input, what is given as the process, and what is the output? Energy, water, chemical, raw material, everything is given as the industry, as an input to the industry. And we always go by the law of energy conservation. Whatever is inputted to energy to the industry, 100% it does not come as output. Say 80% can come out as output, the 20% can go as loss. And the loss of the emission from process and emission from combustion. And it is a solid and liquid waste or indirect energy waste. These are all areas we wanted to concentrate. The energy conservation, law of energy conservation states, whatever it is inputted to the process, if it is not going as process output, automatically the waste is increasing or the loss is increasing. So concentrate by infrared thermal imager and going for a hotspot measurement and try to reduce the losses. That is what we do in the industry. ஒரு சின்ன எக்ஸாம்பிள் பாத்தீங்கன்னாக்கா end to end energy loss. That is what we do in the industry. When you do the energy audit, ஒரு 100 units ஒரு industry கொடுத்து, when it comes to the process, after the transformer, after the motor, after the pump, after the controller, after the piping network, when it comes to the heat exchanger or the process, only 20 units is available to the process. These are all the hidden say the efficiency, percentage of efficiency, once it is multiplied, these are all the losses that is are the areas where we can concentrate to improve upon the subsystem efficiency. இங்கதான் நம்மளோட main work and the target is that you will be surprised when you go for a JV, that is industry visits எல்லாம் போகும்போது the prevailing trend வந்து it is a reactive breakdown maintenance and preventive maintenance too early. இப்ப predictive maintenance has come. இப்ப இந்த EEE hands or ECE hands உங்களுக்கு வந்து இந்த engineers வந்து you don't need to see a different aspects now. The predictive maintenance, you see the part analysis, then vibration monitoring, then ultrasound monitoring. இதெல்லாமே வந்து reliability centered maintenance in industry has taken up now. It has been used in the world more than 10-20 years now, but in India many of the small industries also we have started using this, and we have started making use of the predictive monitoring. This is where we have an ample scope in the industry. The $5 billion ன்னு சொன்னதுல வந்து இந்த predictive domain ல தான் you go to a company from Fluke, they sell a sonic imager for 15 lakh rupees. They can see the sonic imaging, I can see the visual image of a compressed air leak in a given endpoint of any area la inga screen பண்ணாலும் it can show that. So like that, infrared thermal image many people are making in the industry, many OEMs are there in the industry. Ipo thanks to the COVID, all the places where the public places we are using this infrared thermal imager only. It is a thermal gun we are using to see our temperature. That is again based on infrared thermal imaging only. It is only a thermal gun, but it is extrapolated to thermal imager where it can capture almost, we are seeing only 1 pixel on one shoot on a thermal gun, but this infrared thermal imager can pick up almost 20,000 pixels in a single shot, and it can say what are all the hotspots that is there in the process. Coming to global warming, everyone has understood air circulation is given the more priority than the air conditioning. We can see when you run a ceiling fan, it consumes only 9 watts per meter square, almost 10 watts. When you're using an air cooler, like a place like Nashik or a place like Nagpur, where the RH is very less, it can consume is 4 times. It is 40 watts per meter square. But when you're using an air conditioner, it consumes 200 watts per meter square. Almost, you see, from an air conditioner to a ceiling fan, the consumption is 20 times the consumption. That is why the government has already given the norms to all the gazette norm is there to all the offices and all the buildings. Set your temperature setting from 16 degrees to 24 degrees, because that will give a savings of almost 15 to 20% on this. The point AC point setting itself is almost 15 to 20%. The carbon dioxide reduction, emission reduction is possible from, it was 300 kgs if it is AC is using, air conditioner is used, but if it is only a ceiling fan is used, it's only 20 kgs. So this is where air circulation is given more of an importance for the given premises where you want to maintain the indoor air quality. This indoor air quality is a big subject where many of the energy professionals are into it to achieve the better indoor air quality within the system, say around 900 to 1000 ppm, to be maintained in the premises by monitoring the carbon dioxide emission within the industry, within the premises, and then they take the closed loop control of monitoring and controlling the quality of the environment inside the industry. So when you become an energy conservation expert in the industry, energy audit, what is expected from you? The elements of energy audit. எந்த ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரியிலுமே ஒரு மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் உங்களை வந்து இன்டர்வியூல எழுதும்போது what is அதாவது CTC பேசுறது ஒரு ஆஸ்பெக்ட், ஃபைனான்சியல் ஆஸ்பெக்ட். The other aspect is what you can do. This is what the industry management is very much interested. உங்களால வந்து எவ்வளவு வரைய முடியும்? Engineers உங்களோட தாட்ஸ் ப்ராசஸ், தாட் ப்ரோவோக்கிங் ஐடியாஸ் அண்ட் வைல்டு திங்கிங், எவ்ரிதிங் you will try all the aspects to improve the productivity as well as reduce the energy losses. So energy audit பண்றது எந்த ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரியிலுமே how to increase the useful output or how to enhance the output more, the productivity to be enhanced more, and how to reduce the wasted output. By reducing means avoidable and unavoidable இருக்கு. அதுல வந்து avoidable இதுல வந்து எவ்வளவு தூரம் வந்து able to take out the how you can avoid the losses, existing losses. For example, I will say in a case of Tamil Nadu, almost 20 lakh pump sets are running. அதோட efficiency, pumps oda efficiency only 15 to 20%. We are talking a pump set efficiency of 70%, but we are still running with almost 20-30 years on, we are running with only 15 to 20% of efficiency only. That is why the government has said replace the pumps. Definitely you can see ஒரு 100 யூனிட் கொடுத்த இடத்துல 30 யூனிட் தான் போய் சேர்ந்துச்சு. ஆனா 3 யூனிட் நமக்கு லாஸ் ஆயிருக்கு. எவ்வளவு 30-40 வருஷமா. இப்போ வந்து இந்த ஒரு ஸ்டெப் எடுத்து we are able to replace the pump with 30% pump to 70% pump. We are able to replace the motor, we are able to replace the variable frequency drive, and we are able to improve the piping also. Piping, இந்திய விவசாயி வந்து நிறைய இடத்துல ரிஜிட் பிவிசி பைப்ஸ் போயிட்டாங்க. ஆனா இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ் இன்னும் மாறல. இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ் வந்து இன்னும் வந்து MSELW pipes and cast iron pipes தான், ductile pipes தான் யூஸ் பண்றாங்க. There the loss, frictional loss is more. So rigid PVC from the existing MSELW pipes or GI pipes, once you go to rigid PVC pipes, this can be done in your college or this can be done in your house. You can see 20% energy savings is possible by just replacing the piping only for the given pumping application. Coming to blower, ஒரு பக்கம் பம்ப்ஸ், ஒரு பக்கம் பில்டிங். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் எ ப்ளோயர். திஸ் ப்ளோயர்னா நீங்க உங்களோட சைக்கிள் எல்லாத்துக்கும் வந்து ஹேண்ட் பம்ப் படிக்கும்போது ஒரு 10 நிமிஷத்துக்கு மேல அடிச்சா அந்த ஹேண்ட் பம்போட பாட்டம்ல கை வைக்க முடியாது, அவ்வளவு தூரம் கொதிச்சு போயிடும். திஸ் இஸ் தி லாஸ் விச் கேன் பி டெஃபினெட்லி பி ரெடியூஸ்ட். ஒரு 5 HP ப்ளோயர் ஓடுதுன்னா ஆல்மோஸ்ட் ஒரு 3.7 கிலோவாட் ப்ளோயர் இஸ் ரன்னிங், பட் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் ஒன்லி 2 கிலோவாட் இஸ் டெலிவர்ட் அவுட் சைட் as ஏர் பவர். ஆல்மோஸ்ட் 1.5 கிலோவாட் இஸ் ஒன்லி as going as heat. இந்த 40% exhaust or heat வந்து reduce பண்றதுக்கு தான் we do the conservation. So the conservation potential is there not only on the pumps, on the blowers, on compressors and any aspects of industry, any utility of industry. இங்க தான் நம்மளோட scope for energy saving or scope for working is more in the industry. The megawatt are the megawatts. See, it is energy balance. One is concentrating the power, increasing the power generation for the government, for the nation. That is okay. But the megawatts, how to reduce the energy consumption in a mega mall or in a college or in an institution or in a நீங்க வந்து ஷேர் பண்றீங்களா நாலேஜ், ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா தே ஆர் ஆல்சோ பிகம். உங்க பேரண்ட்ஸ் உங்களை நினைக்கிறது ஒரு எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் இன்ஜினியர்னு சொல்லிட்டு உங்களை வந்து ஒரு நல்ல வசதியான இடத்துல வச்சிருக்கும் போது நம்மளால எவ்வளவு தூரம் வந்து how we can sitting at home, how we can reduce the energy consumption, electricity consumption, and how we can save the family overheads, அப்புறம் நாட்டுக்கு நம்மளால எவ்வளவு நல்ல செய்ய முடியும். The main target of energy conservation, energy management and energy efficiency. இதுல வந்து nascent stageல தான் still இருக்கு. Industries வந்து electrical engineers விட they prefer energy managers. All the electrical engineers with an awareness towards energy monitoring, energy conservation and energy management, the industry wants. உங்களால அதை வந்து you can definitely understand this and go for these conservation programs. Energy conservation programs வந்து காலேஜ்ல நிறைய பண்ணும்போது you get to know, you learn more in the college and that you try to deploy in the industry. At least ஒரு இன்டர்வியூலயாரோ இல்ல ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில சேர்ந்த பிறகு உங்களால கண்டிப்பா பண்ண முடியும். I have published some 4 books, especially on this energy management. Thanks to the COVID times, sitting at home, we wanted to do some, what all the energy audits I have done, I have shared it to the common people. As இது வந்து buildingsக்கும் போகும், industriesக்கும் போகும், முக்கியமா textile mills and on the machine also. I have shared this and thanks for giving this opportunity and I would like to have any queries if you have. உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது கேள்விகள் இருந்தா கண்டிப்பா எனக்கு கேட்கலாம். Please. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your simulation speech. It was more informative So today is our energy conversation day. So I thank everyone. Any queries if you want, you can ask now during this session. You can post it on the chat. If you have any queries, you can post it on the chat.
Sir, this is Mohan Raj from Mechanical Department.
Sir, thank you, sir.
மோகன்ராஜ் சார்,
We invite
உங்களை
you.
நான் நல்லா ஞாபகம்
So Mohan Raj
வச்சிருக்கேன்.
sir has
நீங்க வந்து
joined us from
HVAC
second
சைடுல நிறைய
start.
பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. எக்ஸலென்ட். ஹீட் பம்ப் சைடுல
Yes,
நிறைய
sir.
ரிசர்ச் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. Thank you.
Sir is abroad.
Actually-
He has joined us from abroad. I thank you, sir, Mohan Raj sir, for joining with us.
Thank you. Sir, I have a few questions, sir.
Please,
One
sir.
is, sir, in agricultural sector, mostly they are using air compressors for pumping the water from the borewell. Mostly for
you are
such air compressors, they are having the pumping efficiency of around 3% maximum. So it needs to be educated, sir. So because agricultural electricity is free of cost, but they are wasting the electricity with with the 3% water pumping efficiency may not be economical and may not be advisable, sir. So it is better to go for some submersible type pumps so that we can run with some timer options so that can have some energy savings, especially in agricultural sector. Because the compressed air pump efficiency is not enough, sir. It's very, very low.
எக்ஸலன்ட் சார், எக்ஸலன்ட் ப்ரொஃபசர். ப்ரொஃபசர், இன்ஃபேக்ட் நீங்க சொன்ன இதுலயே வந்து பதிலும் இருக்கு. Because the energy is not monitored or the electricity is monitored in the agriculture, that is why this problem is happening. Once this monitoring starts, and you have rightly said, now it is not only in the agriculture but is in the industry also. Compressor is the worst area where it is mostly abused, and 3 to 10% தான் அதோட ultimate production output is only less, that much less only. The moment see, Coimbatore is an area where submersible pumps are in plenty in each and every street or locality. They once the agriculture they go for this submersible pump only, the problem will definitely get solved. But provided it needs to be monitored. But definitely the scope for saving is more than 50 to 60% by changing over from the compressor to this submersible pump.
But
Thank
still,
you,
it needs more awareness to the farmers, sir. That will be very important, sir. So we have to be
exactly.
as our responsibility to create some awareness among the farmers. So that is very important, sir. That is one thing. And one more thing, sir. As a teacher, I request you from my side is we plan to have because we have 3 major engineering courses. One is electrical engineering, BTech course, and BE mechanical engineering, BE chemical engineering course. So we plan to have some energy conservation type courses as in our curriculum, because we are an autonomous institutions. So we can introduce some energy conservation based courses, sir. So for that, please help us to have some such type of course, to introduce such type of courses. And also please suggest for an undergraduate student, so what are the energy conservation policies, measures, which will be very essential to make it as a mandatory course for engineering graduates. So it is my request. So try to have a small curriculum and try to have a small 5 units curriculum, which will be very essential for an engineering graduate to have an awareness of the particular energy conservation, so that we can make it as a mandatory course. So that even irrespective of the discipline, the student should have that such awareness. So I request to have some such type of course modules. You can share it to us, so it will be very useful to us, sir.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Professor. In fact, we are already doing this 1 credit course in many of the colleges, like Banari and other places also in many of the colleges. Definitely, I will share you the details of the content of the course content. And you have rightly said, this will be this is not an optional curriculum. It is a mandatory curriculum, especially for the students, especially in this energy management side. These students definitely they need the awareness of the conservation, and this will be definitely be given. And we can I will contact you, Professor. We will have a detailed this one
Definitely, sir.
Regarding the course and the
Sir,
awareness
now-
towards the students to be given as such. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
So
Professor.
now I am outside, sir. So once I will back to Coimbatore, I will be call you, sir. So that we will have a
Please.
interaction, further interaction to have to to introduce this course, sir. Thank you, sir.
Excellent, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, and thank you, Mohan Raj, sir. Sir, yes, please, sir. Please, sir.
Yes, Professor.
Kindly,
Yes,
we
Professor.
have posted the feedback link on the chat room. So every participant, you please kindly give the feedback. So kind request that you will have to give the feedback. The feedback link is there in the chat box. Last but not the least, I call upon Dr. J. Krishnamurthy, Honorary Secretary, the Institute of Engineers, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good evening to one and all present online. It is my privilege to propose vote of thanks in this event. To start with, I thank Dr. S. Shanmugam, Chairman, the Institute of Engineers, Coimbatore Local Center, who is steering in our center activities. I thank Dr. N.P. Ananthamurthy, Professor and Head, Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, for his presence in the meeting. I sincerely thank Engineer Ashok Sethuraman, Bureau of Energy Efficiency, BEE accredited energy auditor, who readily accepted our request to give a talk on opportunities for engineers in energy conservation segment on this special occasion of observing Energy Conservation Day. I am sure that our institution members and student friends are benefited by the talk by getting valuable information on energy conservation and energy management skills. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, for explaining energy conservation with more supporting data. I thank Dr. L. Ashok Kumar, our IEI committee member, for bringing an opt expert, Engineer Ashok, as guest for today's program. I thank the management and the principal, Dr. J. Jaya, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, for associating with our IEI Coimbatore Local Center continuously in organizing technical activities. I thank Dr. G. Muthuram, Associate Professor, Department of EEE, and Dr. B. Gomati, Associate Professor, Department of Information Technology, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, for their efforts in arranging and hosting this event. I thank Dr. R. Ramohan, Immediate Part Secretary, committee members of IEI, all members of IEI Institute of Engineers, faculty and students of Hindustan Engineering College of Technology, PhD College of Technology, and other institutions for gracing the occasion by their presence. We have a good number of Ashok sir's colleagues and subordinates. On behalf of IE and Hindustan College, I thank them also for their participation in this event. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you to everyone. So we are very much
Thank you very much, sir.
happy in joining this with us. We thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
We can move on by your session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Muthuram, sir, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Gomi, madam, thank you. Thank you very much.